Hi guys, I wanted to show you how to craft a bow for Explosive Arrow Ballista. I crafted this on stream yesterday and a lot of people didn't know how to craft this, which is a really easy craft. We're crafting it wrong, so they were wasting so much money. And you want to start crafting on a level 64 base. And you want to essence spam with essences of deafening essences of zeal. There's two reasons for this. A lot of people craft on level 50 and spam essences of dread instead. But essences of dread are 8 KOs each. I just checked the prices on the market. And with T1 attack speed, on average, it takes you 50 essences, which on average costs like 400 KOs. So this is really expensive just to get the two mods. And then you have to annul. If your prefixes and suffixes are full, you have to annul until you get a prefix and a suffix open. So this is extremely expensive. I don't recommend doing this. Instead, what I did, I just spammed Essences of Zeal, Deafening. The difference in attack speed from T1 and Zeal, Deafening is 1. So you get 18% attack speed with the Essence. And you spend, on average, 130 KOs because the Essences are 5 KOs each in bulk. If you get high bulk, maybe it's like 6 or 7. But if you just buy them like 2-3 at a time, you can find them for 5 KOs easily. So on average, you spend like 130 KOs in essences, and you need a level 64 base instead of 50, but the difference in price is not that much. So you can buy level 64 plus bases for 1.5, 1.6. That's what I bought mine for. And to craft the bow, you just get your bow. You can just start spamming Essence of Zeal. And the only thing you care about here is a +2 on the prefix, +2 to jams on the prefix. +1 doesn't matter, we can foresee later. If you get something like arrows, if you have like a high level base and you get arrows and some good flat on the prefixes, you might be able to sell it. But for now, we're just looking for +2 because we're crafting on a relatively low level base. We got +1 here, it's socketed bow gems, but we keep going, we need +2. On average, it's gonna take you 26 on average. We got +1 again, +1, and I recorded this yesterday on stream, but the chat kept spamming TTS, text to speech, and memes on chat, so I'm just gonna remake it on Craft of Exile. If you wanna see how I craft on stream, I'm streaming every day live on twitch.tv/LSR93. So this is kind of usable because fire is not optimal for Explosive Arrow, but if you take Elemental Overload off of your tree and you use exposure on gloves like this, inflict exposure on it, that's kind of, if you have a really high flat, it might be good. You take Elemental Equilibrium out and you just only use fire exposure on gloves, so having flat fire doesn't actually break your build. So having like really high flat might be usable if you really want and you don't have anything better. But ideally you just want +2 with an open prefix. We're getting kind of unlucky here. We're getting really good flat rolls, but we're not getting +2. How many do we use? That's about 20-ish, yeah. Let's see. Okay, we got the +2 now. And once we have the +2, we want one prefix, one suffix open. We have one prefix open here, and we don't have a suffix open, so we want to gamble and remove the life gained or the cold rise here, and let's pray that we get it. And we remove the attack speed. So ideally, you would start spamming essences again. So this can take a while, like so we spent 130 chaos on average, and then if you annul the attack speed or the +2, you have to spam another 130 KOs on average, so that's like 1x if you fail. But you should spend around 5x total to make this bow, from what I crafted yesterday. Let's say if you do something like this and you annul the prefix and you still have 2 suffixes, you can try to do suffix to prefix, or you can just keep annulling, kind of up to you. We annulled the attacks, we were really unlucky here. But yeah, if you have something like this, now you do... you go in your bench and you do bench suffixes. You craft cannon roll attack mods, and you can exalt. The exalt will always give you +1 to all 2 socketed gems, right? And let's say here you didn't have the cold res, right? Let's say you didn't have the cold res. Wait. Let's say you didn't have the cold res in this case. If you want to fill it up, you can always go in the beast crafting and just add an avian aspect or something so that you can fill it up, right? Because you want to get general attack mods with full suffixes so that you can slam a prefix, right? So if you have like all of the suffixes open, you can craft an aspect to add a mod so that you can always slam a prefix. Or later on, I'll show you like another way that you can craft in case you hit this perfect base with +2 and attack speed, but this is like the cheaper version. So you exalt here, and the total cost for now is 1.6 for the base, 2 exalts for general attack mods, and +1, right? So that's 3.6 plus the essences, which is 130 chaos on average. If you get unlucky, you probably have to do it twice. So the total is gonna be around 5x, I think. From what I crafted yesterday. And once you're done with this, you can either craft fire damage as extra chaos, because explosive arrow, the ignite counts based on your base damage, right? Based on your damage, the ignite starts scaling from this. So fire damage as extra chaos is really, really good because we are elementalists. So even chaos damage, I'll show you the ascendancy. Since we have Shaper of Flame, even chaos damage can ignite, so the chaos damage counts, and most of our base damage, as you can see here, is 1,181 fire damage. 18% of that one, 16% of that one is a lot of damage, so the initial damage is going to be higher, the ignite is going to be way higher. Or if you don't have a prefix open, you can craft a suffix instead, and you can craft Fire Dome Multi, like I did on my bow. I got lucky on my bow here because I got damage over time multiplier on the essence spam. But yeah, fire damage over time multiplier suffix is also really good. And we craft this. And on the last mod, you can just do whatever you want. You can slam if you want. But let's go back and show you. I'll show you another way to craft this to make like an even better bow. Let's say you have just +2 and attack speed on the bow, right? You want to go on the suffixes and you do can have multiple crafted mods to fill up one suffix, and then you do can roll attack mods. If you do this, your suffixes are full now. You spent 2 extra exalts, right? To craft the multi-mod. But now you can slam +1 safely, and then you can remove the crafts. You remove the crafts on the bench, and you can actually multi-mod both the fire damage over time multiplier and the gain as extra chaos. So this ideally is pretty much the best bow you can make. On probably this is gonna cost you probably like around 10x, I would say, if you get lucky and you have the attack speed clean with the +2 clean. Around 10x, maybe a little bit more, like 10 to 12x to make this. The cheaper version is about 5, so it's kind of up to you, but this one is better because you get the high hit base from the gain as extra, and as you can see, like here, the gain as extra makes it scale really well. And you also get the fire damage over multiplier that actually kills the ignite damage after you get the hit in. So it's kind of up to you which one you want to do. I did the cheaper version. It costed me like 5x to make, around that. And if you price check it, let's do like 1.75. Yeah, it's around 7.58. So if I were to sell this, I would make like a 3x profit. And they're really easy, and like you can just spam craft them. But the market is getting flooded. There's like 20 listed like this. So yeah, you don't really care about any other stats. +2 arrows is not really needed because we use Rain of Splinters, and we don't really need crit sense because we're on a non-crit build. Elemental Equilibrium is not mandatory. You can get exposure on gloves if you want. You can also get Ignite Proliferation on gloves if you want. It's a new implicit on the gloves. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.